Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild on Airy Peak Convert to Raid. With you as always is Salmisis the Shaman, Belschnickel the Priest, and Navox the Warrior. It's about to get real. Welcome to episode 58 of the Converted Podcast, the podcast for your World of Warcraft guild Convert to Raid on Airy Peak, US. Today is June 1st. We want to thank you guys for coming out to the show. We got an awesome show tonight. I am Belschnickel. With me, I got my peeps in the flesh. We got Summer Sal. What's going on, Sal?
She's still cracking up.
And we've got my main man, Nav. What's going on, my man?
What's up, guys? How's it going? Been 2 weeks. Good to get back.
Dude, it's been a long time, and we're excited. We're back. Sal is just beside herself. So Sal, lead us in, man. What's the deal? Do your thing, your spiel.
In this episode, we have Accomp is here to talk about Mythic raiding and the Convert to Mythic raid team. Sal has a cast. Nate and Turrets are here with the guild haps, and the Florida meetup is a go.
That's right. That's right. And as always, we'd like to thank you, our listeners, and chat room. What's up? What's going on this evening? Anyway, Sal, you said you had a cast. What have you been up to? What's going on?
Well, I got a cast on my foot, and I am instructed not to go anywhere, so I've just been, only in the house. I haven't left my house, my apartment, since 2 Saturdays ago. So Saturdays, so 10 days, I haven't left these walls.
A little pale there, Sal.
Yeah, my mom's all texting me going, "Oh, how's the weather in New York? It's spring." And I'm like, "I don't know." Cuz I'm inside. But you want to see my cast? I want
to see your cast. Can I sign it? I want to sign that
She's
thing.
She's going to trip and fall, and it's going to... I just called that. I called that.
She didn't fall.
I fell into a cushy thing. But, so I've been doing all of the things. Okay, so I was raiding with Facepull this past week, and I got all of the loot. All of it.
Wait,
it was just loot Sal day.
Were you with Facepull when they downed Blackhand?
No. I raid with them on the non-important nights when they just want to farm and get some.
Alternate.
So yes. Sal's here. Okay, so it must not be progression night. Oh. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. No, you know how Esh was on a few months ago, and he talked about having part-time raiders. I am absolutely a part-time raider with Team Facepull, and I love it. So, yeah, if they're gonna do Blackhand, it's not gonna be with Sal. Not anytime soon.
You had crazy deeps, man.
Not compared to those mages on that team.
Back in the day, Sal, you were a force to be reckoned with. I remember thinking to Sal, I was like, Sal is here. We're killing this boss. I looked him in the eye and I said, "Yo, we're killing this boss. Sal is here tonight."
Yeah.
But it's just things have changed apparently, Sal.
I'm enjoying raiding. I'm consistently raiding. I'm consistently getting loot. I got my transmog going on. I'm raiding heroic. I'm having a really nice time.
Okay.
Facepull, Echelon and company, very cool people, very fun.
Okay.
You know, downing the bosses, but this mostly carrying me. But, I've just got a lot of stress right now, just around and stuff. I'm doing a lot with my work or whatever. So I think I raid enough.
Oh.
And so I'm raiding once a week, heroic.
Okay.
That's
so
fine.
you're doing heroic. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm having a really nice time.
That's all that's important.
Yeah. But the other things that I'm doing, let's see. LFR, mining, herbing, archaeology, posting on the WoW forums, Hearthstone, binge watching Deep Space Nine, tweeting about Star Trek, talking to Devlin all night on Mumble, and remember, I can't leave the house, right? And PvP.
PvP?
Oh, really?
I've been doing some PvP.
You done with PvP?
Yeah, you know me.
I don't have that
I didn't know it was like that.
So, but I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
How do you win Ashran? Because it seems to just kind of go on and on.
Yeah, and then you spawn
there's some,
you spawn Bajira
right
and Swifty and things like that, and you go out and there's different objectives for each thing. I think like
There's
Ashran spawns.
objectives?
Yes, I think Ashran spawns. Whenever it starts, there's different objectives each time, and most of the
Yeah,
time
but it
people
didn't
work
seem like there's a
together.
winner right now, you know? It's just like here's a list of who's kind of winning and who's kind of not, but there was never like, alliance wins or you lose. There was no I wasn't Ashran for hours.
Hmm.
Like going around and like killing the spore or whatever's but at one point I clicked on a thing and a big like globe went above my head and I didn't know what to do, but there's a giant tree. So I just followed the tree and people trying to kill the tree, but the tree was on our side. So I killed the people trying to kill the tree, and all I know about PvP is
Right.
follow the tree.
Okay.
Follow the tree.
Follow
You
the
heard it
tree.
here
That's what
first on
PvP
the
is about
Converted
right now
Podcast.
for me.
Nate says, "Bring
Oh.
back Winter Grasp." I agree.
I remember Winter Grasp. I do
Winter
remember
Grasp
that.
was great.
I liked Tolbarad. I don't understand why people don't like Tolbarad. I liked it. I thought it was kind of like Winter Grasp, but I'd kick butt in Tolbarad. Man, back in Cata, I was down with the PvP for sure. But Nav, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been up to a whole lot of studying for work stuff. So I haven't been in game a whole heck of a lot, but I joined a new raid team. I'm I'm raiding with the Convert to Mythic raid team. Accomp, who
Nice.
will be on the show tonight. I joined up with his raid group. I'm taking their with Kaboom as a co-tank, and it's a fun group of guys. We're only raiding 2 nights a week, which is nice because I was raiding Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and it was from 8:30 to 11:30, and then I would stay on till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, just sitting around. So now we're just raiding Sunday and Thursday, which is nice, and it alternates. It's like we start at 9:30 one night, and then 9 o'clock the other night. And we end usually around midnight, which is cool. I'm still up during that time, but we are we're dealing with the lull of player base between patches, which is expected. It's we're okay with that. Last night we ran through heroic and we got up to Blackhand and we called it a night. We had 2 pulls in on Blackhand. We were done. But we're still looking for some people, and we're looking forward to the next patch coming out. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of my Xbox. I've been playing Red Dead Redemption.
That's a good game.
It is
That's
a good game. I didn't I played through it.
The Blast from the Past.
Yeah, well, I played halfway through it, and then I stopped, and then I loaded it up. I'm like, I want to play a Western. There's not enough Western games. I want to play this Western game, and loaded it up, and I realized that my last save was 2012. I was like,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so I just deleted it and started over. And, what's nice about it is it's got a really good storyline. So, if you if you have somebody else in the house, like a significant other that likes to watch storylines, my wife will sit with me and she's like, "Are you going to play that game? Because I want to sit and watch the storyline." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, But then after that, I started leveling my shaman because I was able to get a name that I wanted. So I name changed my shaman, and I figure that's what I'm going to start doing. Leveling him between the lull, all that good stuff. But other than that, that's been what I've been doing the past 2 weeks. So, Bell, what about you? What have you been up to, man?
Well, I got a fly in here, and I'm trying to kill it. So if you see me kind of waving things around violently during the show, it's been driving me crazy for the last hour, even pre-show. And I'm not going crazy.
It's a twitch.
But I got my hat. I got a hat here because I don't have a fly swatter, and I've taken multiple swings, and I've even jacked up my shin. Trying to kill this little guy, and I can see him now. He's actually on my light, and I'm watching him, and he's watching me. But I can't reach my finger in there. It won't work. So I'm gonna pretend he's not there. I'm gonna ignore him. Been raiding for the win, man. The peeps. We've been getting some new bosses down, and we got 2 new bosses down last time, and we're at Blackhand. So we're gonna extend the lockout and try to get him this week.
Nice.
And the team's doing good, man. I had been kind of on and off for a while, but I'm trying to get back in consistent with them, and we're having a good time. So, been doing that. Been doing my heroes thing, man. I love me some heroes.
Yeah,
I'm all about that heroes, man. I love that game. That game right now. Yeah, it is coming out officially this week. For everybody. Anybody who doesn't have it yet, it's been an open beta, but the game is going to be coming out officially, and I highly recommend if you're not playing Heroes of the Storm, you should be playing that game. It's so much fun. I start the Groundlings in about 4 weeks. That's a
Oh,
little bit of an
wow.
update for the Groundlings thing. Yeah, I got a date.
That's so
Gonna be,
exciting.
That's awesome.
I am fired up, man. I'm heading out to California on the 28th of June, and I'm gonna be out there for about 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks or so. And it's an intensive, so there's gonna be class, 3 days a week. So it's gonna be a 4 week intensive. Oh look, hold on a second.
Get him. Get
That's
him.
terrible radio.
Get him.
I unplugged my headset. So anyway, so
For
I
all the
start
listeners,
that-
Bell just got the fly, by the way. That's what happened. So
yeah. So I start that, and I'm excited about that. I really, really am. It's gonna be awesome, and I'll be doing like a video like blog about the trip. So I'll be sending it into the show so Nav can update you guys.
awesome.
It'll be something short. I'll probably record a little bit before and after class. Whatever. Just throw a little something on there. So get the old GoPro out and do that. So that starts pretty soon. So I'm going to be away from the show for a little bit of time during that period. It's just going to be kind of tough to be doing the show and being out there in California. I'm not going to have, the time is going to be a little bit more erratic, but I'll be back to the show once I'm done with that, and I'll be updating you guys and I'll try to get in the chat room if I can, if time allows. So, but other than that, man, just playing, when I can, and and excited to be here tonight with you guys, man. I'm feeling good about the show tonight. I'm excited. So that's what's going on with me.
I want to know why. You know how Nav is playing Red Dead Redemption, right?
Yeah.
Why aren't you playing the game that the whole rest of the world is talking about right now?
What's that? Heroes?
Witcher 3.
Oh, Witcher 3? Because I didn't... Okay, now... All right, so why I don't have Witcher 3 is because I buy a lot of games, and I don't finish them all like Red Dead Redemption. So what I'm doing is I'm going back and finishing my games, and then I usually go back to the tried and true. I play all my Blizzard games. I'll go back and play WoW, and then I play Diablo, and then I play Heroes. It's like, I love the Blizzard game. It's like, I'm a big Blizzard fanboy. I love all the Blizzard games. So for me to go out and buy something new, I'll probably play it eventually, but I'm also a cheap gamer. Like, I'll wait for that game to drop. Like, I don't have to play that game right off the bat. There's only a couple games that I'll buy right when they come out, like Halo, Call of Duty. I'll buy those games when they first come out because I like to go through and kill stuff. But Witcher, I'll pick up Witcher when it gets
It looks awesome.
It
I've
does.
heard
It
it's
looks
really
it
good.
looks fantastic. I have nothing. I played the first one, didn't like it. Everybody else on the raid team's like, you got to pick this game up. It's great. I got Rhino, I got Accomp playing it. I was watching Accomp in a stream play it. It looks really, really fun. The chat room's even saying, go pick it up. It's great.
It's based on a book series. Yeah. Where's the game from? It's from what country? Is it from? I forget, but it's like a really popular book series
Okay.
in that European country. And the game was made based on that. And I
Nice.
bought one of the books on my Kindle, and I haven't read it yet. But
Okay.
I don't think it's France. Poland. It's Polish.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
a Polish book.
Chat
Yeah.
room has all the answers, man. It's like
Yeah,
it's
chat
like
room does have all the answers.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, man. It's like pulling the audience. You know what I mean? It's like we're using a lifeline here to get some information. The chat room always delivers.
Well, speaking of delivering,
That's
let's
right.
deliver our next guest.
Let's get Accomp in here.
Yeah, it's a late comp
We've never had
action.
him on before.
No, we haven't.
Gosh, you guys, what y'all don't know is that I'm really hot. And the reason I'm hot is because Belle and Navox won't let me have my fan on.
It's because her fan is obnoxiously loud.
It's
and,
very loud.
It just makes for terrible, terrible radio.
Wait
Yo,
until it's
We
August.
got Accomp in the house tonight, dude. This guy's a member of the Convert to Mythic raid team, and he is all about that Zelda.
bud?
Dude. I'm loving that shirt, homeboy.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That shirt's nice, baby. Looks good.
Totally.
I've been playing some like old school original Zelda recently.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, how
I
old?
go
Are
back.
we
I
talking like
play-
Link? Are we talking like original Zelda 1? What are we talking
No,
here?
I'm talking about like NES Zelda.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
okay.
Yeah. I had to like look up maps and stuff because I've got this Raspberry Pi full of
Oh,
games.
nice. Yeah.
And I had to like look up old maps. I'm like, oh, where's my Nintendo Power?
Now
Oh,
you're playing
Nintendo
with
Power.
power.
If you see behind me here, we've got the original NES top loader up here, and
Oh,
there's
dude, I
probably
see that.
100 NES games at the bottom of that case.
Wait, that's the.
There we go.
That's the NES top loader. That's
in the
awesome,
original
man.
box.
Is that the Famicom?
In the
or is
original
that
box.
No, that's the NES 101.
Oh wow, that's awesome,
So,
man.
yeah, little collection.
Cool.
Oh, look at Accom,
All
man.
right. Well, we now know that you collect Nintendo. Look, there's a Game Boy and stuff back there too. Like
There's a Game Gear in there too.
Oh
For
wow.
those,
Game Gear.
for
So if
those
you have a
really
power glove,
dedicated.
if you have a power glove, we're gonna end the show now and just talk about your
No.
toys, man.
I love the
No, I
Power
had
Glove.
one, but it was broken, so
It's
I
so
got rid
bad.
Dude, Mike
Yeah.
Tyson, man. Mike
Remember the
Tyson.
Wizard?
The Wizard.
The
Oh,
Wizard.
Fred
That's right.
Savage,
Oh,
man.
man.
Okay. Well,
Welcome
now
to
we.
the show, man.
All right.
Okay, so tell us about what tell us about you. Like what you do in
Sure.
real life. Yeah.
Who's that?
So real life, I am a web developer. I do front end web development for a marketing agency here in Charlotte. So I spent last
Charlotte.
week in Dallas. That was fun.
That's where
New
I'm
project.
from.
Yeah, I'd never been. So I went to Austin last year, but first time in Dallas. So, but yeah, I'm here in Charlotte, just building websites and then playing WoW in my downtime. Obviously, like the rest of us.
Play a
So
little bit of WoW. Yeah.
a little, just a
Dibble
little
dabbles in the
A little bit,
wowness.
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. So that's really it, though. I mean, I don't do too much. I just got work, normal business hours, nothing crazy. I do a little bit on the side with recreational projects, but nothing too crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we're all hiring you for our websites. uh, so, but you're known around the guild as this like totally awesome rogue.
I don't know.
And you-
Awesome.
I heard if I ever wanted to find
I
out
am-
some rogue stuff, I need to be talking to Accomp. I mean, is that true or not? You got it's right here, right now. Is that the reality
Okay.
or what? Where we at?
So the reality is this, and I'm gonna post this in chat here.
He's like, here are my
There's
stats.
this-
By the way,
There's this
He's like-
website. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick number crunch here. There's this website called Ravenholt.net, and it's basically this community of the top rogues in the world. And they have an IRC chat, and they have all these guides and everything. And I honestly, I just hang out in their IRC chat every day and just kind of dig in. And I used to write guides back in, I started in Wrath, writing rogue guides or encounter guides or videos, whatever the case might be. But yeah, it's really, anyone can be great at their class, right? It just requires that time. Like you have to
Right.
put that time in. You have to, not only do you have to know the class, but you have to understand how to look through parses and understand what that means and alignment and all that. So for rogues, there's the Ravenholt, and then this is actually a new project that just came out called Summon Stone, and it's actually for every class in the game, and they have the top
nice.
players in the world that are
Oh, that's
writing
cool.
guides for that as well. So it's people from Method, people
And I'm gonna
from
copy that
Midwinter,
and
and
put that in the
it has
show notes.
everything. So it's
Awesome.
still getting going. It's still early, but it's great to see that kind of happening for the community, which is great.
Now, and
good
also
stuff, man.
for anybody in the guild who has not seen any of the Rogue instructional videos, Accomp has them out on. Accomp actually did all the Rogue instructional videos for our guild. So if you go out to the YouTube channel, look for the Convert to Raid Guild, and look in the playlists, look for the Rogue playlists, and you'll see all the instructional videos right there. I think you actually went through all three specs, didn't you?
I did two. Helios did the sub guide, but
Okay.
again, those were done a while ago. So I definitely recommend as we've learned more and more and more, keep up with those two sites that I posted because those are going to be kind of bleeding edge top players that are really squeezing every bit of DPS out of the class. So
And now you just switched recently. You were playing combat, and you were actually teaching yourself to play sub, right? Because you said it parsed better.
yeah. So right now, combat is what you're going to want to play on any cleave fights,
Okay.
which is about 6 out of 10 in regards to BlackRock. But then 4 out of 10 are more single targets, so you'll want to go with sub. A lot of people play assassination because for the pretty much entirety of Wrath, that was the way to go. Assassination really sucks this tier. It's so bad. It'll be better in 6.2, but again, it just doesn't keep up currently based off what we know. And there's still a lot going on, kind of like I said in that chat every day. where they're just diving into numbers and kind of figuring it out as we learn more information from the PTR. But it's looking like right now, sub single target combat multi-target, and then even for 6.2, probably the same thing.
That's a good
So-
resource, man. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. No doubt.
Yeah, and again,
What's your favorite though? What's your favorite thing to play? I mean, combat,
assassination will always have kind of a soft spot for me, but I've grown to like combat just because I'm good at it. They kind of Darius has been busting on me the past couple weeks about being the worst rogue in Convert to Mythic, because we've been working on the 2 single target bosses in Mythic, and I've been running subtlety. It's like my 3rd week running subtlety, and I'm just terrible. So I get busted on a lot. We have a great rogue on our team called Yeska, and he's phenomenal. So it's good to have that competition in your team and have that friendly competition between everybody and kind of
Keeps
going
pushing
there.
you, man.
yeah, and you can bounce
Yeah.
ideas off each other too. You'd be like, hey, help me out.
And it's a common thing in our team. I mean, Nav will
Yep.
say, I mean, between him and Kaboom, you see them fighting every week for this. It's called the KRSI rating on Warcraft logs, and it's basically which tank had the best uptime and took the least damage from each encounter. So things like cooldown alignment and taunting correctly and things like that. And it just shows like, hey, I did my job, and it kind of keeps you on your toes and
Yeah.
gives you something to improve on every week. So it's a different level. It's not just rating anymore. It's how can I keep bettering myself in regards to where I'm ranking in the world, not just on my team, which is really cool.
Well, not everybody has that drive too. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
to be really really good. Like it's you know that there's a lot of people that are really competitive and they want to just squeeze out every little bit of juice out of the characters as they can. I mean that's how I like to play too. But not everybody's like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
for
if you
sure.
are, man, there's tons of resources out there to get like that. So tell us about the raid team, man. Convert to Mythic. So what's
Sure.
the composition of your team? What's it all about, man? What are you guys working on right now?
Okay, so as Nav kind of alluded to earlier, we are a new team. So I think we're 3 weeks old now technically.
Yep.
So pre 6.2, we're kind of in the tail end of 6.1 here, in that there's going to be a lull. We're getting into summer, and it's the end of not an expansion, but end of a major patch. So what we're at now is I think we have 16, 15, 16 on our solid roster right now officially, and we have 4 apps. So it's still leaving us 0 to 1 pugs each week that we're having to bring in for Mythic.
Okay.
It hasn't been too bad, but it's definitely a hit or miss, depending on who you bring in at this point. So right now we're just being really, really, I don't want to say picky, but we're being very particular in who we invite to the team, because we have the way we look at it is we have a pretty strict policy on, yes, we want to have fun, we want to kill bosses, we want to enjoy the game. That's the whole point. But you can't progress on a 6-hour schedule. We only raid 2 days a week for 3 hours a night. You can't progress in Mythic if you have really any downtime on that schedule. So our whole mentality is, let's get quality people who are going to show up week by week on time, ready to go, knowing the fights, and basically just bring your A game every single week. And for those 3 hours, we are pulling bosses. We have one 15-minute break, and that's it. Granted, these past couple weeks, there has been downtime simply because of having to bring in pugs and things like that, applications. And out of all the applications we've had, I think we haven't invited any yet to the team. I don't believe, actually. We're just really making sure that we have the right people on our team, both skill-wise and personality-wise. We're really looking long-term, and how can we get this team in a place where we'll succeed, not just 6.2, but 7.0, 8.0.
Nothing wrong with that, man. No doubt. I mean, you can be as selective as you want. You know what I mean? It's your team. You're trying to make, that's how it is in even professional sports. You're trying to build a team. You're trying to get, who you think are the best people or at least fit the best. And,
Yeah.
that's just how it is. I mean, there's so many teams in the guild that, I wouldn't shy away from doing what you guys are doing and trying to build the best team you can,
Yeah, and I mean, it's the type of thing, I mentioned it to the guys earlier. We have a group me chat, and we all we blow each other's phones up throughout the day, pretty much
Yeah.
every day. It gets a little overboard, but we really we have this mentality of right now gear is so easy to get right now if you have the right people to play with. So, for instance, we just had a priest come back to the game, and so his gear was not that great. We know that he's an exceptional player, and he's
Yeah.
someone we would want on our team. So we're spending the next couple weeks kind of taking a change of pace and spending one day in heroic to do a quick clear in one night, and then jumping on Sundays back into mythic, so we can gear him up and get him going. We've had a couple people change mains for 6.2, so we're kind of at a place where that's kind of where we're at, and it gives us a chance to see how they're doing. And if we see someone, maybe they're 670 eye level, which is probably about 20 less than what we'd want to bring into mythic. If you can provide us with parses that show, hey, I've got 80 plus percentile bracket rating on Warcraft logs for the past 3 weeks, we're totally interested in you. Even though your gear is nowhere near where we want it to be, we'll run you through heroic for a week or two, and then you're going to be right there with us.
And I think it's been fair too. I will say I think it's been very, very fair I don't think we've turned anybody down for a trial yet that hasn't, really, really wanted to do it. And somebody who's applied to the group and, showed interest, they get in and we do trial them. And I will say it's nice because we raid 3 hours a night, but then there's about maybe 8 to 10 hours after the fact of analyzing log files, looking at strategy. I see Rhino going over. It's Rhino's dairy.
Yeah.
Dairies and Rhino
It's crazy.
have about 4 hours worth of workup for healing rotations, things like that, just for one boss. I mean, the conversations is just the work and the homework that goes into it after the fact it's crazy to see what goes on behind the scenes. Like for the tanks, Kaboom and I talk about it, but for everything else, there's like so much more. And Stone even said, like, we brought in the priest last night. He went from 629 to 675.
Yeah, with a four-piece
set. Yeah, so he's doing really well.
It's pretty impressive, and I mean the tools, the community has made these awesome tools. I don't know if you guys know. I know you know Warcraft logs, right? Mm-hmm. I know some of you use Ask Mr. Robot and whatever the case is. We use Warcraft logs, and keep in mind, Warcraft logs is one guy. Yeah. It's one guy. Wow. And that's it. Like, he's just one dude who plays WoW and knows how to program. And he made this app that everyone uses, and it's the community that keeps making these cool tools, and you really dive into that tool and you learn how to do things like pinning abilities and things like that, and you can really learn a lot about your class and the mechanics and how things work and how you should align things. And it's pretty cool to see people put in that work, and that's kind of where we're at.
Now, Comp, let me ask you, how do you think 20-man Mythic has affected the game as a whole?
All right. So I think if you just look at some of the top guilds out there, even just on a server or even in the world, that there's a good majority, not a majority of them, there's a handful of them that are done. Right? They're done. They're just, that's it. This is not for us. We're not enjoying the game. So how do I think the number has changed? I don't think the number really changed anything other than the same problems that we've always had, where when you have a fixed number of people that are required to do content, there's always going to be a problem. Even if it was a fixed 15 people or a fixed 10 people, there's always going to be some percentage of people of players that just can't do that. I think the real issue, not really an issue, it's more the fact that Blizzard wants Mythic rating to be it. That's that's the thing. That's the trophy. Um, so if you don't have that, then it's not for you, right? So if you can't get 20 people together that really know what they're doing, then you're not going to be able to see this content. You might see it, you're not going to kill it, that's for sure. But it's a matter of Blizzard wanting us to be pushed. It wouldn't feel special if any team was able to go in a few weeks and be done with it, right?
Now,
And
are
then
people really having a problem like that they're not able to do Mythic? Like, what's the deal? Like, it's one of those things. Like, why does everybody feel like they have to be able to do everything?
I
Like, is
think
that I don't know. Is that what's happening or what? You fill
that's
me
the
in, man. Like, make it
misconception.
plain.
So I think, I mean, no matter what, you're always going to want to do more, right? Like, I don't want to play a game and be like, oh, it'd be really cool if I came in second place. Like, that
Well,
would be
like me, for
fun.
example,
I'd
right?
love
I
to
know
do
I
that.
got X amount of hours to raid. I know I'm not going to be a Mythic Raider. You know, I'm gonna because I don't have the time for it. It's not that I couldn't do it. I just don't have the time to invest to do it, and I'm okay with
Hmm.
that. Like, but you know, you can't expect to do everything if you don't put the time into it either, right? I mean,
Right, right. And I think I think the best thing that I've seen, and this is mostly in Convert to Raid, is people reiterating that you need to set yourself a goal. So the team that I had formed before Convert to Mythic, our goal was ahead of the curve. That was it. Like that was our goal, and then we said that next tier we'll push Mythic next tier.
mhm.
It got to the point where we finished ahead of the curve, and we finished it a lot quicker than we thought we would have. So we were kind of in a situation where it's like, okay, well, you know, what do we do now? We're done, and there's probably 4 months left in
Yeah.
this tier, right? So um, I think it's setting up a realistic goal for your team, and then as you create goals, maybe just do short-term goals. Don't like go into an expansion and say, my goal for this expansion is X. It should be my next goal is X. Okay, we've made that goal. What's our next goal? Y. And do it that way. And then from there, you're always working towards something. So I think that's probably the better way to do it. And the mythic stuff is a lot harder
Do you think
than what
heroics
we've seen.
in the previous expansions, heroics, like the fact that maybe people thought if they bang their heads against it long enough, they'll get it. Whereas now it doesn't matter how long you bang your head,
Yeah.
unless you do things the right way with the right people with the right gear, it's not going to happen. Like, do you think that's part of the reason that people are kind of freaking out a little bit about it, or
Oh,
what?
Oh,
absolutely. I mean, Nev, do you have anything to add to this?
well, no, I was going to say if you're talking about mists and heroics back then, everything was fine in heroics everything was I'll say everything was pretty much easy cakewalk up to Siegecrafter. And then when it got to Siegecrafter, that's when it started getting very, very hard. From that point on, people started banging their heads against the wall. Now, I know my original raid team, Boats and Hose, and we went in and did everything on heroic. We didn't go through normal. We went in on heroic and rolled through it. Now with mythic, because you have 20 people, those 20 people can't slack in any way, shape, or form. If you're having an off night, at that point you've just ruined 19 other people's night because you can't have any deaths. You can res, but you know you
Yeah,
don't want to
right.
have any deaths. Your healers have to be on par. Your tanks have to know what the hell's going on, and there's I hear it in other shows too, and all over the place. A lot of personal responsibility on it, and Mythics is not. It's hard, and it is what it is. And if you want a challenge, you know, in heroics, if you're not banging your head against heroics, you're just steamrolling heroics, and you're bored, you might want to migrate into Mythics because that's another challenge.
Yep.
But it is.
So
It is
is
very,
it a
very,
sense of is it like a sense of entitlement then? Do people think that they have a right to be able to down mythic content? Like, is that
I wouldn't say that people feel entitled. I think you've got a mix of people that are doing heroic content. You've got people that are in heroic guilds or heroic raid teams, and a lot of them want to do mythic, but there's a lot of people on heroic raid teams. You'll have a split. You'll have people that want to do it and people that don't want to do it, and that's, I don't think people feel entitled like I should be able to do this. It's but
look at it this way. I mean, we've seen this happen, right? There's different groups of people, kind of like you said. There's the people that want to do it. There's the people that don't really have an interest. But there's also the people that want to do it, but can't, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a fact.
So there's an ability wall that even if you want to do it and you have 50 hours a week to play, you just might not be good enough to do it.
Yeah, if you can't, I mean, look at it this way, right? Like kind of like Nav was saying with mists, you can push through mechanics in mists, right?
And you can outgear
someone
stuff.
Someone dies, and you push through it. You can carry people. You can't carry people this expansion because look at some of the fights. Look at Imperator. Okay, you blow up mines. Congratulations, you just killed all the ranged. One person screws up the siege on Blackhand.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you just wiped the raid.
Yep.
You get rolled as a healer on Orgorger. Good luck getting through that because now you are down one cooldown, which could potentially you miss a cooldown on Mythic Orgorger and it's not happening. People are dying.
I think it's awesome that Blizzard's put something in the game that only the best of the best can get done. I think that's good.
Love it.
I think you have to have that. Otherwise, like you said, you'll sit there for 4 or 5 months between expansions, not knowing what to do. And not everybody has to do it, but it's there for those who can and want to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think it's a good thing. Seems like a good thing all around.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, maybe, be realistic about it. Don't, at the beginning of an expansion, be like, oh, we're going to clear Mythic because we're good. Like our team, I feel like our team, we have exceptional players on our team, but is our goal 10 out of 10 Mythic? Absolutely not. Our goal is 5 out of 10 Mythic for now. And when we get to that point, we'll make a new goal, and that goal will probably be 6.2. You just have to be realistic about your expectations, and if you don't know what to expect, then set some short-term goals.
I think that's a great piece of advice, the short-term goals, because if you go into Mythic going, we've got to kill Blackhand on Mythic, you're not going to. It's just there's so many steps. you got to get Orgorger down, and then so it's
kind of like you said when you guys jumped into Heroic. I know a lot of teams that just jumped into Heroic, and the mentality was oh, we've got good players. We rocked the last expansion. Let's just jump into Heroic. And I can tell you from kind of our experience with the Lagbot team before Convert to Mythic was we spent the first 2 weeks in normal. And it was just let's just learn. Let's learn the fights, learn how to do it. And then soon enough, like we were 10 out of 10 Heroic. So it is about kind of making sure that you have people that work well together, that you can trust with personal responsibility. I think that's the biggest thing, especially with this tier. People have to be accountable for their own play. You can't carry people. If someone is consistently doing something wrong, as a raid leader, you pull them aside and you say, hey, you're having difficulties with this ability and this ability. Why? And you try to help them, and you do whatever you can to help them. And if they can't fix it, then maybe they're not a great fit for your team.
And people need to be okay with that, man. I mean, like
absolutely.
And yeah,
it makes sense, and it seems harsh, and you're gonna rub people the wrong way. It's just there's no good way to say, hey, I don't know how to say this, but you're not really holding up your end of the bargain here with our team, and you're really not making it easy for us because you keep failing on this ability. But if you can work with them to say, here are all the problems. And we did a spreadsheet for a while on our team, and it was every week it was just this is what's wrong, this is what's wrong, and then you can compare each week to see who did what so many times. Um, and week after week, if you see the same person's name highlighted in red, then there's something wrong. And
Yeah, I mean, you can do it in a nice way. You don't have to be a jerk about it, right?
yeah,
You can do it in
absolutely.
a nice way and say, "This is the issue. Let's try to fix it.
Hmm.
If you can't fix it, we're gonna have to replace you." Like it's like you got to look at it as like a pro team, right? I mean, like you're not gonna see
Yep.
the Patriots being like, "Hey, listen, offensive lineman, your brain's getting hit every time, but you're a nice guy. We like you." Like at some
Yeah,
point, you got to
and
say, "Hey, we want to win here."
here's a
Yeah.
great example for you. Back on our old team, we were, I don't know, we were 3 out of 10 or something like that, 4 out of 10 heroic, and we were struggling. We were on Flamebender, I think, something like that, and I dove into the logs week after week after week, trying to figure out what is our problem, why is this happening, what's going on, and what it came down to was our tanks just didn't work well together, right? It wasn't happening. And I tried to work with them, and basically what happened is we let both of our tanks go in the same week.
Hmm.
And we ended up pugging 2 tanks the following week, and we went 7 out of 10. One shot, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of working together to figure out what the problem is, and if you can't fix the problem, then maybe there's a bigger issue, and maybe you need to figure out kind of where that issue is coming from and work as a team to kind of get through it. And sometimes that means looking at new members. Like I said, internal competition is a good thing.
We could talk about this stuff forever, man. Like I could go
I
on for the
know.
2 hours talking about this. But do you have any shout outs, man? You got anybody you want to shout out before we let you go tonight, man? You've been a great guest, man. We gotta definitely have an Accomp part two up in here.
Yeah, I've only got one though.
Absolutely.
I've only got one shout out, and I would just like to say, Darius, thanks for the show, man. Appreciate it.
That's
And
awesome.
anyone, if you ever see Darius in game, please make sure that you send him a tell. I can hook you up with all of his alts and everything. Anytime you see him online, just thank him. Say thank you for the show.
Thank you for the
We
show,
appreciate
Darius.
it.
That's right.
Stop him
Good
in
stuff,
public.
man.
Do whatever you need to do. Hit him up on
Loves
Twitter
that.
at BoredMind. He loves
Yeah,
it.
nice, nice. Very good, Accomp. Well, listen, man, dude,
All
you've
right,
been an
bud.
awesome guest, man. It's a very informative, intellectual conversation, man. We got to do this again sometime. And
Definitely.
good luck with your team, man. You guys are gonna do big things, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. And I look forward to updates, man. Make sure you're updating us on the show, through Nate and stuff, so we can find out what you guys are up to.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man.
All
Well,
right,
listen,
bud.
we're gonna let you go. Yeah, but
Alrighty.
thanks again, man, for coming out, bro.
Take it easy.
Fun.
Take it easy, man.
All right, man.
See you.
Chief Vol'jin was talking about Annoyatron. Like we got to be Annoyatron to Darius. Hey, Bruce Nee,
Let's-
I got something to show you, man.
We need to get Terrarts in here. Let's
Terrarts.
Terrarts.
While you're getting Terrarts, I want to show
Yeah.
something to Bruce Nee. Right here, man. Right here.
Oh, Tam Tam.
My new roommate is from Australia, and she got us a bunch of Tim Tams.
Tim Tam.
Yeah, Tim Tams. You're supposed to dip it in your coffee or something. I don't know. But there's not any left in here. But that's what I wanted to show you, Bruce.
Hey.
We got T
It's
up in the house.
Terrarts.
What's going on, T?
Not much. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. We're fired up, man. We're ready. What do you got for us tonight?
Well, a lot of stuff actually. If you
Nice.
have been watching the guild calendar, you will see I have events from June 2nd to June 26th. So we are
Wow.
Well, it's
Okay.
a lot.
Awesome.
We have our typical LFR runs, world boss things going on. Eve is still rocking her graduate edition from LFR. We have kind of some fun things happening, like our transmog runs. Let's see, there's a hide and seek that'll be happening on June 19th, so kind of hide in Stormwind and you'll have to find him. A pet battle tournament on June 26th, so that'll be pretty cool. And then on June 7th, so coming up this Sunday, we're doing another meet and greet. I've been talking about bringing these back forever, and it's finally happening. So we are doing this. Eve is actually hosting it, and it'll be at 2 p.m. server. Just a great way to meet new guildies, kind of talk with maybe some
Sweet.
officers if they stop by. A lot of fun. So we have a lot of things going on. It's really awesome. As far as what's happening with me, I am looking for event planners. There is an application on the form, and you can fill that out, or you can email ctrguildevents@gmail.com. And also, just a quick thing, Ursangus is looking for greeters too. So if you want to be a greeter instead, you can email him, ursangus@gmail.com. Otherwise, that's basically it. We have a lot of stuff going on in the background for the guild, a lot of exciting things happening. But as far as events go, just make sure you're watching that guild calendar. We're also trying to post them in the game calendar as much as we can. And there's just a lot of fun stuff coming up. So definitely make sure you're watching it and checking out.
Cool.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
You know, I recently joined one of the, was it LFR runs that you did?
Yes.
And I totally screwed it up. Like, totally, like I planned this. I marked it in like my personal calendar. Like, I'm going to go to this LFR and we're going to have some fun. And I show up and then I don't get an invite. And I'm like, well, what's going on, guys? Sal, I'm Sal. Hey, how's it going? And he's like, yeah, just sign up for it. I'm like, well, there's nothing to sign up for. You just say, get me in.
Sal thinks she can just show up, do a little jazz hands, and get into the raid. You know.
Well, that's what ended up
She's
happening.
like, I'm kind of a
yes.
big deal. Let me in the raid.
Well, they needed. So I guess someone didn't show up, and they got me in there for the DPS. But yeah, you're meant to sign up from the guild calendar.
That's right.
You got to sign into the site, just your Signals Media, sign in,
Mm-hmm.
and actually put your name on it to get the invite. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
there's-
I've done guild events before, but in a thing that's got a limited amount of people, got to sign up.
So note to
Yeah,
self, guys, don't show up and be like, "Hey, I'm so and so, let me in," because that doesn't usually work.
It works sometimes, but yeah, most of our events, well, it's actually 50-50 as far as what's limited and what's not. If it's like an LFR run, or if we're doing a transmog run, I can only shove so many people in a raid. So yeah, you got to sign up if you want guaranteed. And the one thing I will say, and I've mentioned this a million times before, when you sign up, it uses your forum name. But if you have the original gangster as your foreign name, that's probably not your toon name in game. So put a comment in there what your toon name is. That way we can get you invited. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like, okay, original gangster is online. I don't know what to do with this one. So unless you whisper me, you're kind of SOL. So yeah, just make sure that you are putting in your actual toon name in the comments. It helps us out a lot. And I think on all of our events, we put that as a note or something important and bolded that you should hopefully read. But yeah, that's basically it.
Cool.
I'm looking for event planners, and watch that calendar. There's so much going on, and there's a lot of stuff we're working on in the background that's coming up. It's going to be a really awesome summer.
Awesome.
Yes,
Good
yes, yes.
stuff. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
T.
And we're all. Have you been watching the chat room? Because we are all talking about how you're watching MASH.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Hot
It's
Lips
on back
Houlihan.
she's so cute. So she is. I like her.
And you are too.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Thank you
right.
so much for coming.
All right, T.
Yep, we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, T.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yes, always good having tea.
The chat room was all like, Hot Lips. Ah, it's MASH. Yes.
And we got
Let's get
Kanade
Nate in
coming
here.
on.
I think I saw her husband back there too. I've been watching MASH too. It's on Netflix now. One of the best shows of all time. It's so good. And then at first they only had like half of all the MASH episodes, and then now they've got the rest of them. Nate, are you
Nate,
there?
What's up?
What's up, Nate?
Hey guys, what's going on? Let me turn
Are
the stream
you-
off here. Sorry.
Are you
You're looking
repping
good as
your
always,
CTR
man.
shirt, man?
I am.
You are the best at repping CTR.
You know Nate don't play,
Warcraft.
man.
Look, this is the OG Convert to Raid shirt. This is the one from
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yo, he's keeping it OG, man. See, that's what I'm talking about, Nate. You know, that's what I'm talking about. So, what you got for us, time, man?
Some stuff. I
Nice,
am
nice.
not prepared for this, apparently.
You are not prepared.
So this is Nate's first time on the show.
Yeah, Nate. For those of you guys who don't know, he's
Let's
like
get some
the
Burning
raid
Legion
guy.
music going for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. The reason I
sorry,
said that
guys.
was because War Chief Fulgen told me to, and I do whatever the War Chief says. So.
War
That's
Chief and I are cool now.
Really, tell me about that.
I have a Horde tune now.
Oh.
For the first
What?
serious Horde tune for the first time in
Awesome.
9 years of playing.
Awesome.
Okay.
A serious horde tune.
Branching out. Defecting. Cool.
Do you happen to be in the War
Defecting.
Chiefs Guild?
I do not. But yeah, I'm kind of enjoying the different perspective. It's a nice little change of scenery.
What are you playing, Nate?
A paladin, staying with what I'm comfortable with.
What race?
What?
He's starting to cry, man. He's not down with that.
Is he crying? Oh,
think
did he
he is.
unplug something?
I think you unplugged something.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
I broke a thing.
It's okay.
You broke a thing.
Oh.
I broke the thing. All right, let's get this going before I break something else. Because this is already off to a stellar start. So raid reports. We have the Busted team wants to share that they have changed days. They are now Wednesdays and Thursdays, 7 to 10 server. They are looking for melee DPS and Holy Pally. They are 7 to 10 heroic and progressing on Iron Maidens.
Nice.
So get in touch with I Heals Your Face in game, or just check them out on the forums.
Heals your face.
I like that.
Face.
Not the face.
Copper Bolt has sent in that Salad Senate is now 6 of 10, and I don't think
Whoop,
that's
whoop.
right. I think they
Awesome.
hang on.
No,
They have more stuff.
Yeah.
They did more stuff. Timeout. Where it? They were supposed to put it on the forums. Let me work on that. And
I'll work
maybe
on
I'll
that.
read it.
I'll work on that, and you.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. For the win, now 7 to 10 normal, looking to push through the rest of Blackrock, looking for a few more DPS. They are Wednesdays, 6:30 to 9 server, and that is get in touch with Rex for that
We're
one.
9 of 10 now. Just put it out there, you know.
This is what happens when you guys don't have a show for 3 weeks. Is
Yeah,
that
it's
I have
been-
all these
it's- it's
outdated
been-
reports.
I'm giving you the real time. This is the real time feed right now. You know?
Okay, what happened with Salad Senate is that they announced they were 5 out of 10. They're like, what's up? We're 5 out of 10. What's up? What's up? What's up? And then suddenly they one-shot Flamebender. And the first time they went, and then they were 6 out of 10.
Nice.
So they are 6 out of 10 heroic.
Okay, I know. I think they tweeted me something last week, but I can't find it because it's too far. It's too long ago. We'll go forward with Warfront. Warfront's now 10 out of 10 heroic.
Congrats.
They are looking to move on to mythics, so grats them. We have Alternate Front, which is an alternate team for the Warfront team. They're just looking for players who want to come hang out with them, gear alts on a regular basis. They've got information over on the forums, so go check them out. We have the Dark One's Own Luck is now 8 of 10 heroic. They're working on Blast Furnace. We also have Rolling Thunder 8 of 10 heroic. We have Banana Republic 9 of 10 heroic, working on Blackhand right now. They are also looking for a Resto Druid. So if you're looking for them, they're a late night team. They're 11p to 2a server time. So
Awesome.
if you're a late night Resto Druid looking for a team, there you go. Give them a look. Epic Eggplant, also 8 out of 10 heroic. They got 2 new progression bosses since the last update. Grats, guys. They're looking for a Disc or Holy Priest and a Frost or Unholy DK. They are Sundays 1 to 5 server. They also said great show, guys. So
Cool. Thanks.
Awesome.
let's see. Last but not least, oh no, we still got more. We got Facepole 10 to 10 heroic. So they got their head of the curve. Congrats, guys. I can't talk anymore.
It's all right.
Mouth
man.
Big
broken,
congrats,
brain
yeah.
not work. Aims to Misbehave, still kicking around. They're currently sitting at 4 of 10 normal and definitely looking for more people, so go check out Shepard's team. And finally, last but not least, we've got Heresy with their Ahead of the Curve achievement on Thursday night.
Congratulations.
So, grats to everybody.
Congrats to everybody.
Yeah, good job.
Man, thanks for submitting the stuff to Nate, man. You got some content tonight. It's good.
Much
man.
much better than the last show.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Cool.
All right, man.
All right, bud.
We'll let you get back to raiding. You raiding
Yeah.
right now?
Yes, I am.
think they're getting
All
ready
right,
to
my
go
man.
smack Blackhand in the face.
That's the rumor
stuff.
anyway.
Go do it, bud. Go get it.
All right, guys.
Thanks
All
a lot,
right, man.
man.
Take
Appreciate it.
Bye.
See ya.
Take care,
See you in a
Nate.
couple weeks.
All right, man.
I totally had myself on mute and I was talking and y'all like interrupted me and kept going. And I was like, what the? Oh, I'm muted.
Yeah. That
That's how that works. Because I was going to say that as far as raid teams go, looks like Facepull, Ash just posted in the chat room, is looking for Resto Shaman and Balanced Druid. They mentioned to me, hey, Sal, we're looking for a Resto. And I said, stop it. Stop yourself right there. This shaman does not resto. I know the Salad Sun is looking for Mistweavers. People looking for healers. All right. Okay, so Navox, real quick, you had
Real
something
quick.
to talk about.
Yeah, it's real quick. It's just for anybody in Florida. We're planning to do a Florida meetup. The date right now, tentatively, is June 27th. It's a Saturday evening. It'll be at the Cloak and Blaster in Orlando. Look them up. It's cloakandblaster.com. I'll put that in the show notes. And they open at 6 p.m. They're open from 6 p.m. till 2 a.m. I know there's some of us that are going to go over there and meet up. I'm planning to get there around 7:30 p.m. But yeah, it's a nice little geek and gaming bar. They got some food and stuff like that. But it was originally this was going to be. I was meeting a fellow raid team member, Yaki Chief. He was on the show, and we were gonna meet and just hang out for a little bit because he's getting shipped off in a month to Hawaii. And I figured, you know what? Why don't we just turn it into a big thing? See if we can get any more Convert to Raid people or anybody who's listening, any of our listeners. Anybody who plays WoW, you're more than welcome to come meet up, hang out with us for a little bit. I don't necessarily know if we're going to be there till 2 a.m., but, that's June 27th, Cloak and Blaster. So that's what we're planning. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
nice. Alrighty, what do we got next, Nav?
What do we have next? We've got our chat room shout outs. So chat room, if you have any shout outs, get it into the show and we'll read them off. I have to get my Bligatron package because that's what Chief Fulgen just told me to do. So what Chief Fulgen told me to do, I have to go get it. So I got it, Chief. I got my thing. So we're good. So go ahead, guys, get your chat room shout outs in. And for your regular shout outs, head on over to our forum page over at forums.signalsmedia.com and put them in over there. We'll read them off on the show. So Sal, it's been a slow 2 weeks, but what do we have?
Well, several things, actually. For your regular converted shoutouts, please head over to your forum page to post them to our forum page for converted shoutouts. Let's see. We did have one from Banana Republic is looking for a new tank. I think Nate actually mentioned them. So if you're a tank and you're looking for a raid team, Banana Republic is definitely doing that. They want to give a shout out to Lamented, our priest who's up in the 99th percentile of our Maiden's Kill this Sunday, which is pretty darn cool since it was the first time we downed him. Okay, that's cool. Also, shout out to his wife. Oh, come on. Fuzi? I did this last time too, because she dragged him back into WoW, and it's been great having both of them on. Very, very awesome. The other things we have, okay. Oh, Navox, do you have that photo?
Which photo?
The one that I sent you today?
You sent me a photo.
A photo of t-shirts
I have to...
before
Hold
the
on.
show?
Hang on. I will get this because I didn't know about that till just now. So we're good.
That's not true.
That is true. I didn't know about it till just
That's
now.
not true.
It is absolutely true. Hang on.
Okay, I'll just read this. It says, hi, I just thought I would send you a pic of all the loot I got with the gift certificate from last week. I was especially happy when I opened up the mystery bag and found a Murlocco's shirt. Again, thanks for all that you do at the Converted Podcast. Jim's Lock is in the chat room right now. Jim's Lock won a gift card last week, and that was from Barrow. And that was awesome.
Okay.
We also got from someone else. Oh, yeah, Mazer tweeted at us and showed us a picture of the fancy t-shirt they ordered with their gift card.
Awesome.
Very cool.
I am
Do you have
going...
that?
I don't have any email from you. So I'm going to read off the chat room shout-outs till you email me. And
I didn't email it to you. I sent it to you. It's on Twitter.
oh, it's on Twitter. Okay, great.
Now it is. I tweeted it
Great.
5 minutes ago.
So I'm going to read off some chat room shout-outs here real quick.
You do that. Okay.
So Stonegrass says, shout out to you guys for helping me get the word out about the WoW Challenge site. We're over 1,100 challengers now. We also have WoW Monk says, shout out to Rectified for ahead of the curve. Blackhand finally down. Jim's Lock, shout out to Jinx. We just mentioned that. You got some t-shirt, or you bought some stuff out there. Stonius, shout out to Darius. Thanks for the show, man. Let's see, what else do we have here? Draven Dresden, shout out to Blizzard. Heroes stream earlier. The projected wall cinematic was epic. Oh, I missed that. I need to go check that out. WoW Monk also, shout out to Coltrane. We will miss you. That's right. Guys, go listen to Convert to Raid this week, guys. There's some announcement on there you guys all need to go listen to.
I guess we all know what it is now, though.
We all know what
Spoiler.
it is now. Bartholomew says, shout out to Colt. CTR Chubbs, shout out to Team Rectified, 10 out of 10 heroic BRF. Again, congrats, guys. Bruce Nee, shout out to Colt. Gone but never forgotten. He's not gone yet, guys. He's still here. But
And he didn't die.
He didn't die. He's still around. Dead. That's right. So we've got shout out to Zanarka, Bavorda, and Smokeslock for making up the awesomeness that is Team Lock in the Salad Senate. Let's see here. What else
Wonderful.
do I have here?
Okay, so
yes.
from Twitter, Pudcud says, if Execute Phase was on your show, the whole raid team would stop and fire.
That's
and
right. Execute Phase is Kleptic, so we need to get Kleptic on the show. So you guys pressure him. We'll try to get on the show, but we need your help. We need to get Kleptic on the show.
Okay, so it says, woot, Mages got some love on the Converted podcast. Best range DPS in the game. And that was from Justinius talking about Dalaran Brilliance.
Nice.
Chai T says, I can't believe they didn't ask me if I had any shout outs. All right, Chai. All right,
my
man.
shout outs.
After
Actually,
the shout.
Tell you what, guys, I'm going to just do a quick screen cap of the t-shirts here that are posted and let you guys see what happened here. Screen cap this right here.
Okay. While you're doing that, Stonegrass says, shout out to you guys for helping me get the word out for the WoW Challenges site. We're at over 1,100 challengers now. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Okay, shout out to Rectified for ahead of the curve. Blackhand is finally down. Rectified. Oh, great. Draven Dresden says, shout out to Blizz. Oh, these are from the chat room.
That's right.
Mav's already read these. So.
I already read them.
You got that photo?
That was Seldon.
I had it. Hang on one sec. I'll bring it back. 1 second.
No, but do you have any shout outs?
Do I have any shout outs?
No.
Bell, do you have any shout outs?
Do I have? I always have shout outs, man.
All right, Bell. Let's
You want them now?
Yeah.
All right. I want to give a shout out to Shy. She's on my raid team. She gave me some much needed gems on the spot, man. Ready to craft some stuff. And Rex for hooking me up with some gear, man. I had missed a couple raids, and when I came back ready to raid, man, Rex had a bunch of BOEs for me to get some pieces and get back in the mix. So shout out to my raid team, man. I love the guys, and I'm excited to get back in there and hopefully get Blackhand this week. So it should be fun.
Awesome. Sal, what do you got?
I want to shout out to Devlin. While I've been at home, she stayed up all night this past weekend talking to me in Mumble, and while I was doing the PvP, so that was a lot of fun. So shout out to Dev. Yeah. And what about you, Nev?
Well, I've got a couple shout outs. I got a shout out. It's all for the same thing. I needed mastery food this week, and I was looking to get some fish. So I got to give a big shout out to Sassy, Yaki, and Lukos. Sassy provided me with the fish, and then Lukos and Yaki made me all the fish I needed, all the mastery food. I needed. I think it's 175? I think it's 175 food. I could be wrong with that, but it's better than eating the table food. Table scraps that get thrown down. So yeah, big shout out to that. Today
Nice.
it's 3 people. So
All right,
Cool.
you know what, guys? We actually have an announcement about our show.
that's right.
So we're
the
moving
shizzle.
our time of our
Yep.
show. We have been at 7 p.m. for a long time now. 7 p.m. server time or Pacific time for a long time now. And we are actually going to be moving to an hour earlier.
That's right.
So we will be at 6 p.m. server time starting in 2 weeks from now. The big reason we're doing this is because we're all East Coast and we got to get some sleep. I'll be
Yes.
very, very, very.
You think we're hyped
honest.
now? Imagine us an hour ago how hype we'd be.
Yes.
Crazy hype.
And we could have
now
done it
would
an
be
hour
crazy
earlier.
hype.
That's right.
But-
Actually, I'd be all jacked up on coffee at that point. 9 o'clock.
Oh.
Oh my god.
You don't even want that. But Monk Meditation goes live at like 5 p.m. server.
Yes.
And then we're going to go live an hour later at 6 p.m. server.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, so starting next 2 weeks from now, will be an hour earlier. And that doesn't affect anyone who watches us on YouTube or listens to our podcast. But for our wonderful, wonderful chat room, which is the best part of our show, you guys will have an hour earlier.
So still come out, guys. Just come out an hour earlier. We're going to be here in rare form. Rare form.
That's right.
Trust me, you haven't seen these guys an hour earlier. They're just totally different people. It's going to be good. East Coast.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up.
All right, let's
All right,
wrap
let's
it
Have
up.
Ux.
So, guys, if you're listening to us on iTunes or Stitcher, give us a thumbs up, write us a review, and we'll give you a shout out on the show. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, leave us a comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to join us live, look us up on twitch.tv/converted podcast. And Sal, who do we have lined up in 2 weeks?
Well, in 2 weeks, we've got Archmage Jack. And he's going to be talking about logs. He's also going to be talking about his Dr. Umbrellia's show. So, all right.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be awesome. Excited to have him on. He's also from Facepole. Like there's many degrees of separation with this guy, but let's have him on.
Very good.
Excellent.
Yes, that's 2
Can't
weeks
wait.
from now at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m.
Looking
other
forward
side of
to it.
place. Yes.
All right, guys. So,
All right, guys. Thanks for coming out, man. Good show. Good
Yeah,
chat room.
absolutely.
You guys were hyped tonight. Good convo. Accomp. It was good. It was all good. So
Oh, you know what? If you got a raid team, you want to talk about something on the show, hit us up at convertedpodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you, for sure.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Convertedpodcast@gmail.com. Let's get out of here, guys.
Let's get out of here. See you
See
guys.
you guys in 2 weeks. Peace out.
You can follow us on Twitter at converted_CTR.
And be sure to follow us on our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast.
Also, follow us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast, and join us live every other Monday at 7 p.m. server.
You can follow me at summer_sal, Navux at NavuxCTR, and Belschnickel at BelschnickelCTR.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really.